Hi, I'm Carlos Marin, author of The Ultimate Success Formula and creator of this show, Your Unlimited Life. And I am so excited to be here with you today. Sorry for the delay, but you know what? When you start doing new things and using new technology, hey, you know, stuff happens. But I'm really excited about this venue and about the ability to come at you and create this and do this in this fashion, in this format. Because you know what? I've been talking and sharing information with you for the past 13 weeks on Your Unlimited Life, recording videos and sending them out every week and having you guys comment on them and answering the comments and so forth. But, you know, I still felt like there wasn't this connection, this 100% connection, which I really, really wanted to have with you. And see, I created this show because I believe every person in this world, that means you, was born with unlimited potential. And I believe that you can be, do, and have whatever you desire if you will develop the mindset and use the strategies of the person who already has it, who already does it, who already is it. And you know what? You deserve to have it. We were created to win. We are children of infinite intelligence, God, whatever you want to call it. And we are here to develop this potential, to develop this unbelievable power that we have within us, to connect with it and use it. And so I really wanted to connect with you and do it in such a way that I could answer the questions that you have, that I could really deal with the issues and challenges that you have. And so, you know, if you know my story at all, if you've heard parts of it or whatever, I left Cuba when I was 4 years old. I'll give you just a little quick version of it because, again, I want to make sure that we're connecting 100% here. And so I left Cuba when I was 4. My family left. We lost everything. We left with my sisters, my parents, and I. One suitcase, a $1,000 bill my father had hijacked in his shoe. And we went to Spain for 1.5 years to see if the thing would blow over. When it didn't, we came to the States, first to Charleston, West Virginia. And so I grew up with quite a bit of lack in the beginning because my dad, who was an accountant in Cuba, had to paint cars for a living over here in the States. And so, you know, all the things that I wanted, the toys that I wanted when I was little, I couldn't have them because we were struggling, and didn't even have my own bedroom until I was 13 years old. And I grew up with this lack and with this fear of loss, because the loss that my parents and my grandparents had experienced leaving Cuba was something that really left them marked. And so I didn't realize until much later in life how much it had marked me. But I just knew that I really wanted success. I saw my friends, I saw these guys that I was growing up with getting all the cool toys and the 10-speed bikes and everything else. And my dad, you know, gave me a lawnmower and told me that I had to go cut lawns and work in order to get my 10-speed bike and all the things that I wanted. So let's just fast forward to age 25, because these are the relevant parts of the story and one of the reasons why I do what I do. So at 25, I really, really want to succeed. My grandfather was a rags to riches story in Cuba, migrated from Spain at the age of 15, became a multimillionaire, worked for a very successful businessman who became his mentor. And that's the story that I related to. And so here I am at age 25, I'm broke, I'm depressed, I'm frustrated, I have no answers. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be successful. I want to really, really make it big in the world. And I don't know how to get there, right? And so I met some millionaires through a business opportunity, a network marketing business opportunity. I met these guys that were super, super, super rich. I don't know what they saw in me. Maybe it was just that I really wanted it bad, okay? And they said, you know what, son? If you'll get into business with us, we'll mentor you, we'll show you, we'll teach you how to become successful. We'll help you do what we did. We'll help you to become a millionaire. I mean, to me, that was music to my ears. I did not have a line of millionaires waiting outside my door to teach me anything. And so as much as, I didn't know anything about network marketing, I didn't consider myself a good salesman or anything like that, I got involved in their business. The first 3 years it was tough because I just had to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. And as I tried to apply some things selectively at first, the results weren't quite as great as I would have wanted them to be. But you know what? Eventually, those principles and staying true to the principles and applying the principles instead of haphazardly but consistently in my life, all of a sudden the lights came on. And so the first 3 years were tough. The next 2.5 years, I became a millionaire. And the beauty of it is that I was able to take what I had learned and I was able to share that with other people. I was able to share these principles, share the knowledge with others, and guess what? They became successful too. They became financially free too. They became millionaires too. And that really turned me on. That got me just like so hooked on teaching these principles and teaching this information to people that it became a lifelong quest. And so what I'd like for you to understand is that I chose a path. I chose this path of continual growth, of evolvement. Some people have a problem with this word evolution, but evolution means bringing forth the potential that is already inherent in something. So the evolution of a human being is bringing forth the power. It's rising in levels of consciousness continually to bring forth and use the potential that we have within. So I chose this path of continual growth, of evolution, involvement, transcendence of my past results. You see, I've always been focused on creating a greater future and not letting my past limit me. And so I'm forever reinventing myself. I'm forever working on improving myself and going to a higher level and to a higher level. I am super, super grateful for everything that I have. I'm appreciative, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, but I want more. And I believe that that's God. I believe that that's the infinite mind within us that is continually driving forward. That dissatisfaction that we have, I believe that's God in us saying, you know what, you deserve more. You can be more, you can have more, you can do more. Let's get going, let's get moving, let's do it, let's go forward. See, I believe your desires are the gifts of God, telling you to do more, be more, have more, to explore your potentialities, to explore the innate ability that you have within you and put it to work to do more. And so, that's what I'm about, and that's what my show's about. And that's why the people that I choose to work with are entrepreneurs. Because entrepreneurs have a dream. They have a dream for a better life. And so the Bible states that without a vision, the people perish. Now, that doesn't mean 20/20 vision. That means a big dream. You see, it's a principle. Dreams, vision is a principle of life. Without it, you die. There is no moving forward. I got to tell you, I'll confess to you, every time I've lost my way, every time I've been confused in my life, it's because my vision got cloudy, my inner vision. I lost sight of my dream, or I lacked one at that moment in time. And so people who want change but have no dream struggle in vain. I know a lot of people that want to get ahead, they want a better life, but they don't have a dream, right? So how can you have a better life? How can you create change if you don't have a vision, a different vision to go towards, to be pulled by? Now here's an interesting caveat. Those who criticize, those who condemn, those who complain, those who judge others have no dream. You see, dreamers have no time for criticizing, condemning, and complaining and judgment of others. They're too busy doing. They are too busy focused on their future, on something greater, something better that they're working to create. Because of that, they don't have time to be envious of others and jealous of others and criticizing others and putting other people down. I mean, unless you're one of those guys on TV who makes a living by putting other people down and making fun of other people. But, you know, doers, dreamers, entrepreneurs, we don't have time for that garbage, right? And so when you see these people who criticize, condemn, complain, and judge others, you know it's a person that doesn't have a dream. In fact, I teach people that there's 3 types of people in this world: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who have no earthly idea that anything happened. Those who make things happen are the doers. Those who watch things happen are the people that just are stuck in watching, spectating instead of doing. And then those who have no earthly idea that anything happened, those are the criticizers, the condemners, and the complainers. And you know what? This is why I was involved in network marketing for almost 30 years, because I was working with dreamers. I was working with entrepreneurs, helping them achieve their dreams. And in this process of working with these entrepreneurs to achieve success and wealth, I became an expert in motivation and personal development. You know why? I mean, sometimes people say, but Carlos, you talk so much about money. You talk so much about success. You talk so much about becoming a millionaire. You talk so much about financial wealth and financial freedom and financial success. Don't you realize people have other problems? Yes, I do realize that people have other problems. But you know what? The biggest problem that most people want to resolve in their life is financial. The biggest issue that most people have in their life is financial. A lot of the relationship problems that people have in their lives are based on their financial problems or their lack of success or their frustration with where they are in their life. You know what? I became an expert in personal development. I counseled people on all kinds of stuff. I mean, I help people improve their relationships in the process of building businesses. I help people lose weight. Yes, I help people lose weight. I help them improve their health. I help them take control of their minds, direct their thoughts and their emotional states, and yes, achieve the financial success and freedom they wanted. Yes, that too. But you know what? And this is kind of like a coming out party for me, because as I look at who is my ideal customer, who is the ideal person that I want to work with, who's the person that I feel I can help the most, I feel I can do the most good in this world working with entrepreneurs. I feel I can do the most good in this world working with network marketers, working with internet marketers, working with authors, with speakers, with trainers, with business people, with people who have a results-based business, with people who have a big dream and they want to move forward. And I know I can help them make money. I know I can help them achieve the success that they want and the wealth that they want, because I've got a formula for doing that. But you know what else? I know that my formula works for everything else they want too. It works for improving their relationship with their spouse, with their kids. It works for improving their health, for building the body that they desire to have, for living in joyous, happy, emotional states. Most of the time, none of us is all the time, but some of us are working on it. I know I can do that because I've done it for myself and for the people that I work closely with. And you know what? I want to do it for you. I want to serve your needs and wants. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm doing this show. This is why we're changing to this format. It's uncomfortable. There's a lot of technology involved. You know, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that, you know, you're not seeing. I mean, we did a show in Spanish a few weeks ago, and I mean, we bombed all over the place, okay? But we're not giving up. We're right back on the horse. Here we go again. I want to serve your needs. I want to serve your wants. I want to know what topics you want me to cover, what topics you need me to cover to help you take your life and your success where you want to be, where you want to go. You see, this is my purpose. This is my mission. I'm committed to building this show around you, answering your toughest questions, overcoming your biggest challenges, teaching you the proven mindsets, the beliefs, the strategies, the techniques to overcome all limitations and get you where you want to be. That is my commitment to you. The show is not about me. The show is about you and getting you your dreams achieved. That's what it's all about. That's what we're doing. So as we build our technology team and improve our skills, we're going to move from answering questions on the chat, which is what we're going to do today, to bringing you in live on Skype, on the show. Hopefully next week. We were almost ready today, but no cigar. We will be ready next week. We will be, and I got a lump in my throat, we will be bringing you in live on Skype. You will be able to ask me questions. People will be able to see you on the show. And then is when it gets really fun. So get ready for a tremendous adventure. Go tell all your friends and business associates about this show. Spread the word. It's going to be different every week. I'm going to do something similar, 10 to 15 minutes. I'll cover a topic. I'll talk about something, right? And you will actually get to pick those things too, because as you send in information to us and say, I really think this is an important topic to cover, you know, we're gonna take the topics that more people are interested in, and we're going to talk about those on the show. I'll teach on it for 10 to 15 minutes, then we'll do 15 to 20 minutes of questions. So guess what? Let's move to those questions. Let's take some of those questions right now. And so this might be a little choppy here today because the questions are coming in on chat, and so I'm going to have some of them telling me some stuff, and so, you know, it's not going to be beautiful, but hey, next week, I hope to have you on Skype, your face on the screen, talking to me talking to you, you asking me the questions, me answering them for you, and going into also being able to actually walk you through some of the techniques and strategies to overcome things like fear of failure, fear of public speaking, fear of rejection, you know what to do when you're overwhelmed with an emotion and you have a presentation to do or an important appointment to go into or whatever. So, you know, we're going to cover some of the tough stuff and actually demonstrate live on the air some of these really cutting edge strategies and techniques. So, questions? Okay. So somebody's asking that they really want to be successful, and this is a woman, obviously. She wants to be successful. She wants to provide a better life, but she's got 3 children at home, and so, you know, what does she do? She's kind of in a stuck state because she can't go out and get a full-time job, but she really wants to provide a better life for her kids. I don't even know if this woman is married or not. I don't know if, babe, did she say is she married or not? But really, married? Yes. Okay, and her husband is working hard to try to make ends meet, right? Okay. And she desires to have her own career in order to, you know, make an impact on the family, okay? That's a great question, and I empathize with you. And by the way, I got to ask you for permission on this show. And the permission that I want to ask you is, do you want me to tell you the truth in my answers, or do you want me to lie to you, right? Do you want me to sugarcoat it and give you all kinds of weak answers trying to like play to the audience, or do you want me to just cut to the chase and just really explain to you how it really is? Because, you know, people get involved in these vicious cycles in life, and if you've watched some of my teachings in the past several weeks, I did one on the cycle of life, which I'll probably talk more about on the show, and the cycle of life is a cycle that just keeps repeating the same processes over and over and over, providing the same results, because the way we think, the way we believe, dictates our decision-making capabilities, which dictates our actions. Our repeated actions become our automatic acting pattern, which is called habits and abilities. Those habits and abilities automatically produce results. Those results are always congruent with our mindset, with the way we think, with what we believe. And that process, that cycle keeps repeating itself over and over and over in life. Some people, as they think properly, that cycle becomes a cycle of success. Others, they're kind of, you know, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It becomes a cycle of mediocrity. And then others, they think so negatively, it becomes a cycle of failure, because that negative thinking produces negative decisions, lack of action, bad habits, poor results that are in tune with the mindset, congruent with the mindset. The pattern keeps repeating over and over and over and over. That's why people say success breeds success, failure breeds failure. The upward spiral is that thinking that keeps taking you to higher and higher and higher levels all the time. The negative thinking, downward, 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 downward. So I got to tell you, hon, you know, don't think like a victim. Each and every one of us needs to be in control of our lives and our results. Now, I understand you got 3 small kids and, you know, your husband can't afford somebody else to take care of the kids for you to, you know, or maybe you don't have enough skills developed yet. This is why I am such a big fan of network marketing. I am such a fan of home-based businesses. I am such a fan of internet marketing. I'm a fan of results-based businesses. And anybody, no matter where they are, can take advantage of this. Now, you may say, I don't have any internet skills, I don't have a lot of computer skills. Okay, great, no problem. You don't have to. You don't have to. There are so many companies around the world today, network marketing companies, and there are so many success stories of people just like you, women that had nowhere to go, nowhere to turn, right? And all of a sudden, they got involved in a company with a product that they believed in. So here's my take on it. Because, you know, some people say, oh, you know, just get involved in any network. No, 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 no. No. Belief is key to being able to influence other people. So one of the keys, I think, is you need to find a company. You need to go shopping for the company, not wait for somebody to come to you. You need to go ask around to people that you know, or go online and just Google network marketing companies in your country, okay? Or I don't know, maybe you may be in the States, you may be in a different country, but just Google network marketing companies that are functioning in your country, in your state, and see if you can find somebody locally that is successful. Don't just get in with anybody. Find somebody that's successful in the business. Find a product you resonate with. I mean, some people are into health and wellness products, you know. Some people are into beauty products. You know, a lot of ladies are into beauty products and, you know, cosmetics and these, you know, face masks that make you look younger and, you know, all this kind of stuff. What do you like? Find something you resonate with. Other people are into, now there's companies that are selling services and are selling technology. Find something you resonate with. And when you find something you resonate with, then find a person that you resonate with that is successful and have them mentor you. The beauty of network marketing is they have systems. They have systems that are proven systems from people that are already making usually 7-figure incomes, over $1 million a year, and they've created systems to help everybody else become successful. The problem happens when the new people get involved and they try to do it their own way, and then it doesn't work. So you've got to follow a system. So that would be my advice to you. I mean, just find a company that has a product you resonate with, that, you know, you're excited about. Find somebody successful in that company and go to work with them. Have them show you, because you know what? You can do this from home. You can do this from home, and in very little time, you know, 2-3 hours a day, which you can find when your kids are taking naps, you know, when your kids are sleeping, you know, put them to do activities. I mean, there's a lot of different, where there's a will, there's a way. And so if you will take control of your own future and start, you know, doing this, in short order, you, like many others around the world, can achieve the freedom that you just, I mean, are just imagining could be possible today, okay? So that's my response to that question. What else can I answer here today?
Regardless of how much I've been applying your principles, I keep getting stuck, and things keep happening to me that keep me from achieving the results that I want.
Okay. So this question is about somebody who's trying to apply the principles, and they seem to keep getting stuck. Something keeps blocking them, you know, on the way. And, you know, this is very common, okay? I mean, a lot of times people think, oh, well, you don't understand my situation, Carlos, because my situation is different. Well, Let me tell you, I mean, your situation is different because it's yours, not because it's different. Because there's a certain type of problem that keeps surfacing and resurfacing and resurfacing, and the difference is the circumstances of the person who's, you know, who the problem has surfaced, you know, at their house, right? And so everybody thinks that their problem is different, but really it's not. You're in good company. There's a lot of people having that same problem. And here's the reason why. Because your mind thinks habitually. And so for a long time, you've been thinking a certain way. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but for a certain amount of time, and probably 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I mean, this is a very common question of people 40 and above, okay? And obviously people 40 and above, they have been living with a certain mindset for 40 and above years, right? And so the way that the mind works is that the mind functions habitually. The beliefs that you have, right, cause you to take action automatically. And when you take these automatic actions, it further ingrains this belief and action pattern. So one thing that you got to do, and I recommend this to people all the time, you've got to start paying attention to what you're thinking. So a good habit that you should do is, most people today have smartphones. Most phones today have alarms on them. Set an alarm for every hour. And every hour, when that alarm goes off, just go, what was I just thinking? And learn to get in touch with what you're thinking. And just carry a little pad with you and just write down bullets. You don't have to write down paragraphs. Just write down bullets. You know, I was worrying about my kids. You know, I was afraid of what my boss was going to do and such and so. Oh man, I was thinking about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. You know, oh, I was worrying about, you know, the hurricane that's out there and da-da-da-da, or I was, you know, worried about the economic situation in the country, or I was thinking about that typhoon that just hit and da-da-da-da, or, you know, I was reliving this situation about these kids and, you know, this thing that happened in the school, or, you know, I was thinking about this Ebola thing and worrying about that, or, you know, I mean, write down everything that you were thinking about in the past hour. And I'm just saying, jot, boom, boom. You can, in 2 minutes, you can jot down the bullets of every thought that you can remember you had in the past hour. Then at the end of the day, sit down and take a look at all this. And just look at all these things, highlight the positive ones in yellow, and then look at the rest of them. I mean, you don't have to highlight the negative ones in red. Just highlight the positive ones in yellow, and you're going to see how many more the other ones are than the yellow ones, right? And then ask yourself, are these thoughts serving me? Are these thoughts taking my life where I want to go? Because, you know, you are the sum total of all your thoughts. As a man thinks, so is he. Okay? I'm not the one who said that, right? That's scriptures that said that. So that's attributable to God. As a man thinks in his heart, and man is man, masculine man and feminine man, okay, male and female, as men, female and male, think in their heart, meaning their subconscious mind, so are they. And so your subconscious mind houses all of your habitual thinking patterns and action patterns. And until you get a hold of your thoughts, you will continue to, this is called self-sabotage. Psychologists call this psychological reversal. This is all that's happening to you. It's nothing weird, it's nothing strange. So you've got to get in tune with what you're thinking. That's one thing. Number two, you've got to get a really, really, really big dream. One of these shows coming up very soon, I'm going to talk about the power of a dream. Why a big, massive, huge dream is so critically important. Because only when you have something so radically huge, phenomenally compelling, only then will you be able to keep your mind consistently on, okay, consistently on the things that you want in your life. Until that moment, you're going to be, you know, bopping around all over the place. And so it's a combination of a dream, a combination of knowing what it is that you're thinking, and then learning some release strategies, which we will be teaching in one of these upcoming shows. We're going to dedicate a whole show to release strategies, to various different techniques that you can do to just let go of, you know, these emotional outbursts and things that come upon you and hold you back. So I hope that helps you. And we have another question coming up.
How do we remain self-directed and focused working solo?
How do we remain self-directed and focused?
Working solo.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand what the working solo.
By themselves. Solo.
Well, I understand that, but we all work solo.
Hopefully when you don't have support, maybe.
Okay, so achievement is all about your vision, your focus, your drive, and your motivation. Now, nobody achieves anything alone. I mean, even if you're in an alone sport, like say tennis, that you're one-on-one, there's a coach, there's a trainer, there's support, there's people around you. There's a support group of people around you that are trying to keep your mind straight, right? Some of these people have, you know, physical coaches, they have mental coaches, they've got all kinds of different things. So, you know, your question, I'm assuming, is meaning, you know, you have no support around you, right? Well, when I started, I had no support around me either. And so what I had to start doing is I had to start studying. And this is why I'm such a big proponent of personal development. See, what you're doing right now on this show, being here, you are not solo. You have some support, right? If you buy my book, and I know some people are going to go, oh, there he goes pitching his stuff. Well, you know what? You know, I'll give you the free show every single week, all year long, half an hour. You want success faster than that? You got to do something on your own as well, right? And so, you know, I've got an incredible book called The Ultimate Success Formula. That'll really take you to a whole other level. But if you really want to master the book, no book, I mean, people go to school and you have a textbook that the teacher uses as a guide. But what do you have besides the textbook? Who passes the class and succeeds in school just because of the textbook? No, you need the teacher to interpret the material and to guide you and to teach you and to really make sure that you get it, right? And so, you know, the book is the guide and the textbook. Fortunately today with technology, right, I would say before, come to my live event, right? And we do those as well. But faster, cheaper, and quicker is you can get the program called Mastering the Ultimate Success Formula, which is a 6-week program, actually 7-week program because we threw in some bonuses, that actually takes you and teaches you every single one of the strategies and techniques in the book, demonstrates them to you, shows you how to apply them, shows you how to do them, and that is something that can just take your life to a whole new level in a couple of months. And so, again, it's just a matter of how much of a deep dive you want to do. The other thing is you build your own support team, right? As you start on the road to success, one of the things that you've got to be cognizant of is this, and I've taught people for years. Over the next several years, the only changes that will come about in your life will be directly proportional to the people that you associate with and the information that you put in your mind, the books that you read, the audios you listen to, the videos that you watch. I mean, in my site, carlosmarin.com, there is a world of information for free. I mean, it's, I don't know, 3-4 years worth of blog articles and videos between my website, carlosmarin.com, between my YouTube channel, Carlos Marin TV. I mean, there's, I don't know how many videos teaching all kinds of stuff. I mean, most of the information in my book has been given away for free on that website. It's just been given away over a long period of time, right? This show will keep taking you to further and greater levels. But if you really want the deep dive, if you really want to succeed faster, then I recommend that you get some of my other programs and just really start applying and taking your life to another level. And then be careful who you associate with. You know, start looking around at people, and I'm not talking about judging, I'm just talking about being a witness, right? And looking around and saying to yourself, do they have the results I want in this area? And if they don't have the results that you want in that area, stop talking to them, about that area. Stop listening to their advice, right? I love my parents, but I did not listen to them for financial advice in order to become a millionaire because they didn't know how. You follow me? And so you've got to, the Bible says, you shall judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. A good tree can't give bad fruit. A bad tree can't give good fruit. So I'm not saying to, just throw everybody out of your life. I'm saying be careful what information you listen to from certain people, and don't be afraid to say to somebody, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't ask you for that advice. I really, I'm really not interested. I have an advisor in the financial area and so forth, and that's the one who coaches me. So thank you, but no thank you. God bless you. I love you, and say it in a nice way, okay? So those are some tips on, how to bring things along, and then be building your team of support, right? That goes along with you, that teaches you, trains you, and guides you. So, hope that helps.
What? I think we're short on time. Do you want to answer one quick
one last one, because we started late. I want to make sure we...
Okay, he's all the way from Chile. Basically, he's asking, in your years of experience, if they apply your formula, how quickly can they become rich and prosperous?
Okay, so from Chile, applying my formula, how quickly can they become rich and prosperous? It all depends upon how well you execute, okay? And I've got to say it that way because if somebody applied the formula, if somebody took the formula and just really applied it 100%, they would transform their lives at a speed that would shock them and amaze them and delight them as well. The problem with most people is that they don't apply everything, right? They'll look at some things, they'll listen to some things, and they'll go, oh, wow, that sounds really cool. I'll try that one. They'll look at something else and they'll go, I don't know. I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid of doing this, right? And so fear and negative thinking stops them. If somebody was to read the book, get the program, Mastering the Ultimate Success Formula, within 3 or 4 months, come to a live event, I would say that they could change their lives very, very, very quickly. It's not unusual when somebody starts applying these principles to double, triple, quadruple their results, including their income, in 12 months. But you got to really execute. You got to really be focused. And then once you get momentum, I'll give you a for instance. I was studying these principles and I was applying this stuff, and it took me 3 years, right? Because when I say selective listening, it means that I was taking some of the things and applying them. Some of the other things I said, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. I don't like making phone calls. I'm not going to put myself out there that way. I was just afraid. Fear was holding me back. When I stopped allowing the fear to get in the way, I went from nothing to a millionaire in 2.5 years, okay? In a millionaire, I say building a business that was worth about $3 million, all right? And my income at that point was about $400,000, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing. As I started applying things and taking things to the next level, I went to a Anthony Robbins event, Date with Destiny, and I let Tony become my mentor. And I went in 12 months from making $400,000 to making $2.2 million in 12 months. So it can happen that quick when you get serious about executing and applying what you learn, right? So just like I went from making $70,000 a year to $400,000 a year in 2.5 years, and then from $400,000 to $2.2 million in 12 months. So from my own personal experience, I can tell you how quick it can be. Others that I have had in my businesses that I have worked with have had similar results. So I hope that helps you, and I wish you great success and good luck. And again, come back. Next week, we'll be at the same place. We'll be here again next week. Tell all your friends. Tell your loved ones about the show. We'll be back on the air. Bring me the hard questions. Bring the stuff. Bring it on, okay? Now, get on my list by making sure you get the 5 Secrets of Millionaire Entrepreneurs totally free at carlosmarin.com/5 secrets. If you don't have my book, I've got a 50% off the cover price offer running right now. And they'll put that on the screen at the end of this broadcast. And also, if you want that 6-week program, Mastering the Ultimate Success Formula, that's available for 2 payments of $97. They'll put that on the screen as well at the end of the show. And I'm excited about this. I'm totally pumped and fired up about this. Tell all your friends. Bring people with you. If you're involved in a network marketing business or some kind of business that you have other associates, bring your friends. Create a support team so that you all succeed together. Okay? It's going to be my pleasure, my honor to help you achieve the success and the happiness and the joy and the wealth that you desire in your life. And we're going to use this show to do some great things. So, and by the way, next week we'll bring some of you on Skype. So until then, God bless you. Have a great week and live your unlimited life. So long.